I bet a lot of you are familiar with the fact that modern cartels mostly operate through dark web. Ever wonder how much money they make? And how those bastards manage to pull the strings remotely, staying completely anonymous? No matter how flashy the purchases or insane the monthly spending, there's only one thing that always comes first. What do you think it is? A safe place to live. And considering the nature of the business, that place needs to be safe above all else. Today, we'll find out where the leaders of modern cartels and darknet marketplaces actually live. The owner of a marketplace is, first and foremost, a top-level manager in an IT company. They get all the perks of remote work, which means they can live wherever they want. But today, we'll focus on something else. On the security and operational protection of cartel members and operators of darknet markets operating in the United States. As many of you know, or at least guess, the U.S. has its own system of law enforcement operations. If you fall under the influence of powerful agencies, you'll be detained first, and only then will they start determining what charges to press against you. While it's not as chaotic or arbitrary as in some places, U.S. law enforcement does not hesitate to act swiftly. So if you're for some reason stupid enough and thinking about running your shadow business inside the U.S., you need to lock down your security from all angles, starting with your physical location. Like I said, you're free to pick any place on Earth with an internet connection. But in this case, the country you choose to become a citizen of, and yes, that's a key requirement for truly safe living, must be on the list of nations that don't extradite to the U.S. And that list looks like this: China, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Russia, Taiwan, Ukraine, and Vietnam. Let's take a closer look at how extradition works in some of these countries. UK, Sweden, Poland, Israel, Japan. The laws in these countries allow them to deny an extradition request if local authorities have doubts about the fairness or humaneness of the justice system in the country asking for the fugitive. Qatar, United Arab Emirates. These countries will only extradite a person if we're talking about a current or former member of an organized crime group or someone directly involved in drug trafficking. But let's be real for a second. Let's say you're a citizen of a country that legally won't extradite you under any circumstances. We still live in the real world. Just because something is illegal doesn't mean they won't find another way to get to you. If two intelligence agencies come to an agreement, you can be taken from anywhere to anywhere, unless you've got strong ties with the local authorities. Here's how it usually plays out. Someone escapes to Turkey thinking they're safe. U.S. or Western intelligence may have close connections within certain circles of Turkish law enforcement. With the right amount of money, an arrest and transfer can be arranged. No paperwork, no formal extradition request. They just wrap you in duct tape, put you on the last row of a plane, and quietly fly you to the destination. If you ever find yourself being transported like that, the best thing you can do is stand up, scream, act completely unhinged, and if your mouth isn't taped shut, yell that your life is in danger. Most likely, the police will pull you off the flight and toss you back in holding. And maybe, just maybe, that'll give you time to apply for political asylum, while the bureaucratic machine grinds away at whether your case qualifies for formal extradition. And there are even more creative methods. If you are valuable enough to whoever wants you caught, you might end up on a diplomatic flight, or even a private jet with an armed escort. With a diplomatic passport issued in your name, photo and all, they'll get you wherever they want. So, dear viewers, if you suddenly decide to become the owner of a multi-million-dollar shadow business, and you're not ready to spend the rest of your life in jail, you shouldn't even start. And just like in movies, where a dangerous stunt is followed by a flashing warning, do not attempt, performed by professionals, this topic falls into the same category. It's not a game. Stay away from all of it. Let the cautionary lessons remain with those who chose that path. To summarize, if you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And trying to mess around with the U.S. special agencies is a masterclass of idiocy. This has been Professor Moriarty. Until next time.